And I are here in my shop tonight, and if you guys can tell behind me, there's a new toy here on the farm, a new project, if you will. We looked it over. Really think it's probably a little more of a project than we can be able to handle, but
well, the other day I got a text from Luke, actually last Sunday, that we no longer had a Bobcat cab. And well, I thought it may have been an electrical issue because we've never seen the cab power on. No, we quite literally do not have a cab anymore.
Coleman and I are going to embark on a journey, our first ever road trip to Georgia. Hopefully this will be the parts we need, I hope. As long as the battery don't die, it's in pretty rough shape. But the cab is there, it's not great, but it is there. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Ruth Farms. It's Sunday. It's December, what's it, 15th? December the 15th. Today, Coleman and I are going to embark on a journey, our first ever road trip to Georgia. I'll tell y'all about what we're going to get here in just a little while, but it requires a winch. So Coleman went to Harbor Freight while we were cooking at church breakfast this morning. We got us a Reese tube, a carrier plate for the winch, and we got a brand new winch here in the back of the truck. We're going to install it here on my 24-foot gooseneck and get ready to hit the road just as quick as we can. Coleman's getting some chains prepared up, so y'all stay tuned, and we're going to go pick up a piece of equipment and bring it to the house.
All right, everybody, so I don't know if we've explained it to you or not yet. This was me and Luke's project that we bought probably 4 or 5 months now, back in October. It's a 300 Bobcat.
Coleman and I are here in my shop tonight, and if you guys can tell behind me, there's a new toy here on the farm, a new project, if you will. It's a Bobcat. It's a T300, and if you can tell by the missing cab and parts and hoses and whatnot unhooked in here, we have bought one more heck of a project. We do hopefully have all the parts to fix this machine. The cab, the rear door, everything is sitting out here. Coleman sent me this skid steer yesterday. We got it super cheap. Supposedly the hydrostatic pump is bad. It would not pull itself, but the hydraulic pump that actually worked the lift and all was supposedly still working. This is a T300. We were told it's a 2004 model. As you can see, it's a track machine. The tracks are in really good shape. Coleman's making a mess here behind me. We went and talked to the guy yesterday. We looked it over. Really think it's probably a little more of a project than we can be able to handle, but we done Coleman's skid steer and got it going, and Coleman was willing to try it, and I was willing to take a chance, because like I said, we got it super duper cheap. The guy was nice enough, he actually brought it down here because he already had it on his trailer loaded, and we pulled it off with my skid steer. I wish I'd have got it on camera, but I want to try to get everything going so the guy could get out of here. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't know how we were going to get it off. We just hooked the, I drove up on the ramps with my skid steer, picked up on the front of the machine with my skid steer. We hooked a chain to it. We drug it right off until we got the machine right about here. And then I went around to the backside and we pushed it right in here. This machine is probably every bit of 10,000 pounds. And my skid steer actually handled it a lot better than I thought it would. So this is going to be a project over the next probably several months. Coleman is working right now on, we're going to remove the engine and the hydraulic pump, hydrostatic pump, all as one unit, get it out here. We think the engine has a few leaks on it. We're going to go ahead and address all of those. We did get the engine fired up a little while ago just to verify that it was good. wasn't smoking a lot, didn't have a lot of excessive blow by. I got a little video of that I'll throw in here.
Smoking a bit, man. I did it. Didn't have hardly any.
Take that out. We're going to take the hydrostatic pump out, probably disassemble it, see what it looks like, what failed, if it is rebuildable. A new pump is over $6,000, so I would prefer not to have to go that route, but we'll see. The guy seems like a pretty truthful guy. He says he thinks it has around 2,500 hours, which if that's the case, you know, thing ought to be a pretty nice machine once we get it going. It does have a full cab. It's only missing one glass panel. It was replaced with a plexiglass panel, but we have the door for it. We have all the other panels. It's going to need a lot of little stuff. As you can see right here, at one point this sucker had air conditioning, and if we can get it all working again, we're going to try to make that air conditioning work. And then I'll have something to be able to clean out our chicken houses and load our chicken litter with, and not get covered in litter and not breathe in all that dust. And we can also use it getting up straw and stuff too, and being the cool. But enough of an overview. Hopefully you're not bored already. Coleman and I are going to get working, getting everything loose, try to pull this motor out, and go from there. Not sure what to expect or what we're going to do, but I'm excited to try it.
Just remember, if we can get this one in working shape, you should be able to get anything in working shape, because this thing right here is literally like taking a box of like a puzzle and throwing it in the air and hoping to God you have all the pieces for it and putting it back together.
The guy literally started taking this thing apart, and we've got boxes of parts here, valves and hoses and sensors galore. We did get a new seat bottom with it, luckily. Story with it, what we got was he thought the hydrostatic pump was bad, this pump right here. We've since pulled the whole motor. We pulled the hydrostatic pump out. Didn't see nothing wrong with the hydrostatic pump. We resealed it with a Bobcat kit. Found out this drive motor here, the parking section in it was bad. We stopped completely working on this because we just ran out of time with harvest and everything else going on. We haven't made no progress. It's probably the middle of October or somewhere in there. Well, the fellow we bought it from before had removed the cab and a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff down here for who only knows what reason. So the cab we've never put on there. Well, the other day I got a text from Luke, actually last Sunday, that we no longer had a Bobcat cab. And well, I thought it may have been an electrical issue because we've never seen the cab power on. No, we quite literally do not have a cab anymore. Luke's burn barrel right here was sitting right here, and he was burning cardboard off of his new toolbox in there, and he wasn't paying attention, and this burn barrel was about here full of ash, so there wasn't a lot of room here. Well, we had a couple light bulb boxes over here laid against it. Shouldn't have had them laying there. And well, something fell out of this burn barrel, somehow got into this cab and absolutely destroyed it. This before was a perfectly functional cab, besides probably the HVAC. Had all the doors, windows, seat was in halfway decent shape, had all the headlights, all of our buttons, our control panels, everything. This cab is a teetotal loss now. There's nothing left of it. This is what remains of the wine harness. You can see that. So, thankfully it didn't get into any of this stuff. And it didn't really mess any of it up, but yeah, it's a teetotal loss on our cab. So, we're going to Georgia to pick up something today that will hopefully fix that issue and give Luke plenty of parts for this 300 in here in case we need any more. think there's a dang good living to be made out of just going places and buying and selling equipment. All right, so we got our reese tube cleaned up. Even though you can't really tell it, we got the tubing on the trailer cleaned up. I've got everything centered. It's where I want it to be. Basically, we're gonna have a winch mount that will just slide right in this reese tube so I can take it on and off anytime. But we're gonna weld it on here with our Miller welder, wire welder. I'm trying to hurry because this guy's got stuff to do this evening. And we're 3 hours plus away from the place, so let's get her on there. Lord mercy, his helmet's terrible now.
Not to mention he's got 4 billion other people that buy this thing.
Oh yeah, not bad weld at all. So I think that'll work. Coleman's back here putting our new winch together.
I got these Bluetooth instructions, they're helping me out. Weld it on the bottom first.
Well, we got our winch mounted on the winch mounting plate. We got our square tubing here mounted. We can hook that thing right in. I welded a couple D-rings on here, so we'll have some tie down points if we ever need them. We got tools, plenty of tools in the truck. We got snatch blocks, chains, binders, pretty much anything and everything you can think of, we got it. So we're gonna get ready to hit the road here and head to Georgia. Just stopped here in Harrisburg, North Carolina, filled the truck up with fuel. We're gonna get us a drink and we're in it for the long haul now, y'all. Supposedly get there about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So hopefully get down there, pick this piece of equipment up, and yeah, get her and bring her home. Well, we have made it to Georgia, and it never ceases to amaze me the situations Coleman and I get ourselves in. Hopefully that driveway does justice. That's a steep old driveway we've backed down in. And what we came for is hiding behind that bush that you just can't quite see yet. Put some gloves on. It is cold and rainy. I hope to God we can get out of this driveway. That's a steep old driveway. Let's go show you. It's a Bobcat S250. Hopefully this will be the parts we need. I hope. It's got a junk motor, but it does have a cab. It's not the greatest cab in the world, but it's a lot better than the one we got currently.
Burn up.
And it has a muffler. If the muffler will work, that'll save us a little bit of money.
$200.
All right, so our difficulty is we can't get turned into this place any more than this, so we're gonna try to maneuver this thing sideways with a winch. Dude, come unhook from the thing. All right, you just get out of the way just in case. It ain't straightened up yet. It needs to keep pulling it your way as much as it can. Well, it'll pull it straight till it gets there, then we'll have to straighten it out. I want it to be just as straight as we can when we pull it on that trailer. Pulling her on here. your battery don't die on us. It ain't against what, against the ground, or what'd y'all look you there?
Come on. He got it, no problem. Kept plenty of speed. The old Bobcat's going to the house. We'll see you later.
Well, we have made it to Zaxby's here in Livonia, or wherever the heck we're at in Georgia. And there's the old girl. You can actually see her a little bit better. She's in pretty rough shape, but the cab is there. It's not great, but it is there. Got a couple decent tires, I think, for my skid steer. And then it should have all the other components we need, hopefully, for the T300, I hope. But some decent tires, I think. They got at least got decent tread. I think the one over there is even better. But it's there. Cab's not perfect. It's not really what I would want if I was picking out cabs, but better than nothing. So.
Better than the one he's got right now. It's
got a new rim. I don't think the tire's new. The Hercules. I mean, it's a decent tire. Yeah, better than some of mine. But anyway, we're gonna go get us some supper, and we're gonna head to the house. About a 3.5, 4 hour ride home. So it's gonna be late time we get home. Hey guys, what's up? I didn't get any footage of us unloading this skid steer off the trailer. Common eyes kind of pillar on it at night mostly. So the lighting out here is terrible and everything, so you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. But we got the S250 unloaded. I did have all 4 tires pumped up, but this one here is leaked back down, so I got to figure out why it's leaking. But as you can tell, we do have the boom and all up in the air. We did get this thing to crank. It is, we definitely think it needs rebuilding. At this point in time, we're not exactly sure what we're going to do. I was going to use this one as parts for the T300 for more of my cab burn up, but I really hate to part this one out because it's in decent shape. The cab we don't think will actually work on mine. This is a newer model. This is I think Coleman said it's a K series, and my 300 is a G, I think. Don't get me wrong if I'm wrong. Just let me know. I'm not very familiar with the Bobcats. I'm more of a John Deere person, but from what we looked at looking at the cab harnesses, it looks like this harness is different, which not saying we couldn't change it, but I've got a guy that has a bunch of other Bobcat parts, so maybe can do some trading with him with this machine for something or another. We'll figure that one out. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas. Today is Tuesday. It's December 24th. It's it's Christmas Eve. Hope everyone has a blessed Christmas. Hope they spend as much time as they can with their family and friends. Tomorrow, Christmas Day, is actually my wife's birthday, so we're going to be spending some time with her. Both sides of our families, we got 4 or 5 Christmas get-togethers and whatnot. Not going to be much going on here on the farm, but I want to touch base, let y'all see this machine here in the daylight. Wish y'all a Merry Christmas and probably a Happy New Year's. Not sure if I'll have another video out between now and New Year's or not. Towards the end of January, we're going on a cruise called Farmers Off the Farm Cruise. Bunch of different farmers are going. I'm not sure who all YouTube people's going. I know Matt and Kelly Griggs are going. I'm sure there's some others. I'm not real sure, but probably do a little video on that when we go do it. And then come February, middle of February, we're planning to go to the National Farm Machinery Show again. Probably be there that Wednesday and Thursday, I think, is kind of our plans. Just walking around, hanging out with everybody. So plan for that. If y'all want to come see us, meet us, we plan on probably being there unless something comes up. But yep, y'all have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and God bless you all. Thanks for watching.